Okay, this video is if you need help with the homework today. So, going with our graphing systems is this homework graphing systems 2. I'm going to walk through some of these problems to help you out. So, let's start with number 1. If you've watched the notes video, you know that what we want to do is we want to graph these two equations, graph the system, and see where they cross and give the answer. So, we're going to start with this first equation right here, y equals negative 2x plus 2, and we're going to identify our slope and our y-intercept. So I'm going to do that down here. So my slope, my m, is negative 2 because it's next to the x. And I know I need that to be a fraction since I'm on the graph and it's rise over run. So I'm going to make that over 1. My y-intercept then has to be positive 2. And so that is going to be where I'm going to start my graph. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first one right away. So I'm going to start here at positive 2 on the y-axis. So starting at positive 2, let's make a dot. Now I'm going to use my slope as a rise over run. So I'm going to go down 2 and right 1. So from that purple dot that I just made, I'm going to go down 2 and right 1. The reason I'm going down 2 is because it's negative. And then you want to take your ruler, or you can use the side of your folder or something straight, line that up with one of them, and then draw your line through. So that's halfway done already. Then you want to do the second graph, okay? So the second one, let's do our m and b again. So our slope in this case, the number that's next to our x is 1/3. So that's nice because it's already a fraction. We don't have to change it at all. We already have a rise and a run. We only have to change it if it's not a fraction. And our y-intercept then has to be negative 5. And again, this is where we're going to start. We're going to start by graphing our b value, okay? And so on the y line, we're going to go down to negative 5 and we're going to make our first dot. And from there, I'm going to use my slope and I'm going to rise 1, positive 1. So I'm going to go up 1 and right 3. So up 1, right 1, 2, 3. And it lands on the other graph, which is really nice because then you know that's where it's going to cross. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, draw our line through our 2 dots. And our solution, which is what this line here is for, is going to be the ordered pair that they cross at, okay? And so to get that ordered pair, we're doing kind of like what I call the battleship method, okay? So you're going to take your 2 fingers and use the lines. So the lines to get to that spot right there are 3 and 4. And so we write it like this, 3, comma, 4. All right, it's always our x value first, our left and right when we do our answer, and our y value second. And people get confused because our slope is opposite. Slope is up and down first and left and right second. So just note that that is different. Okay, I am going to leave number 2 for you because it is very similar. The one thing I'll say is that when you start this one, I'll actually start it for you. Actually, let's do that. So let's look at this first equation here. So the first equation, our slope, the number next to the x, is negative 3 over 2. To help you out, we want to take that negative, and I usually just put it with the top number, okay? So you don't get confused. So nice, we have a rise and a run. Our y-intercept is 1, okay? And then I'll do the other one to get you started as well. You're going to have to put this one on the graph though. What is our slope in the second one? Take a look. The number next to x is 1 over 2. That's our slope. Oops, sorry. Probably can't see that. And my y-intercept is negative 3. So you try that one. Okay, I'm going to stop this first video. If you feel comfortable, then you can not watch the next video.